Hello, my name's Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm doing a shell challenge. I found this shell challenge on Instagram and you can find all the information on the screen. And I designed this home to be a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom home with an office. This is a smaller sized shell, but I wanted to still pack in as much as I could in this shell. So we're going to be starting off with the entryway. This home does have 3 entry points to it. So you have the main front door, a side door, and then the back door. First, we're going to be working on the entryway area to the main entrance, kind of like the formal entrance. So we are going to be using a few different packs in this build. So if you want to know all the packs, you can check the description down below. And while you're down there, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. That would mean so much to me. I do have a goal to stay at 160 subscribers for a month, and I'm not even at 160 subscribers, so if you're feeling generous, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. That would mean so much to me. So we are going to be finding a mirror above the drop zone area, and I do switch out this mirror for a mirror from the Grand Mudroom kit, and we're just going to be adding a nice plant into this home. I was trying to go for a modern, eco-friendly vibe in this house style, and we're just going to be now heading into the half bathroom that is right off of the entryway, which I thought was just kind of like a nice little blank space. So I made a nice little bathroom in here, very cozy in this space, but this is a smaller home, so I feel like it makes sense and it works. So we're just going to be adding a little bathroom hutch in the corner, and I am using these doors from the Eco Lifestyle pack that have these little like edges around it, which honestly was a little bit hard, but it kind of like worked in some areas, like in the bedrooms. I feel like it worked really well with the closets I'm using. But before we head into the bedrooms, we're going to be going into the second entrance of the home, which is kind of like the side entrance slash like garage area. I couldn't make like an actual garage, but I do have like a carport on the side, and I feel like it just made sense to have a little mudroom off of this area because it's like kind of like the drop zone for like the more regular things, but like the drop zone I made in the front of the house kind of has more of like the backpacks for the child to be getting out the door for school, although they probably always forget their backpack because they don't actually pick up backpacks and then like bring them with them to school, but they do count as storage items now. So we are going to be adding a little rug on the outside of the drop zone on the side. I'm going to be working on some more items on the first entry waypoint, and I was trying to like distinguish like the two different drop zones. Like this is more your territorial, and then the front one or the first bedroom is more formal. So we were going to be heading into the office for the house, and I was kind of thinking of this house to be perfect for the Sims 4 Big Sister Challenge. I know that the Sims like company has come out with like scenarios, but when it's kind of the same thing where there's like a teenager has to raise their younger child sibling, and I know in the challenge you have to have like an office area in the house. I haven't actually attempted the challenge myself, but I from watching other people online do the challenge, I'm like, okay, office would make sense for this house, and having like an art studio could like be a way for the teenager to make money. So we're going to be heading out into the living room. and going to be using these modular chairs that came with the Dream Home Decorator pack. So we're going to be kind of making this cozy living area, but it's kind of open to like the main living space. I would consider that this home has a more closed off floor plan, and it doesn't technically have a dining room, but there is like an island that would be act as a dining room table. And I do switch out this rug to be a rug from the Discovery University pack. I felt like the rug from the Discovery University pack fit a little bit better. You won't see me change that rug because I kind of forgot I am using the Discover University pack in this build, but I feel like having a more square rug fit the space better. I was just kind of in a little bit of a dream home decorator item mindset, and so that's why this rug is on the living room. And I do change it because I want to use more items from the Discover University pack. So we are going to be adding a few lighting into the space, and now we're heading into the kitchen. And the shell had this like one tile bump out, and I decided to make it into the refrigerator nook. I was originally going to make it into a bathroom, a 1x3 tile bathroom, but I felt like having the refrigerator in the wall kind of gave it a cute little built-in feature. You know how in new modern homes, or the very fancy kind, they have those like doors that look like they could be the pantry, but they're actually a refrigerator. In ways, I was trying to go for that, but not like make the fridge look like it was still a fridge. So I'm just going to be adding all of the essential appliances and going to be adding a little pantry on the back side. And then I end up putting the island in the middle of the room. This kind of acts more of a banquet, but I wanted the island to still kind of be a central gathering spot for the Sims to eat together. So we're just going to be adding a few pictures into the space, and before we do that, we're going to be adding the island. It took me a little bit to figure out which countertops would fit best in the space. This is a smaller kitchen, so I couldn't like use a big counter. I had to use a more soft rounded counter, and we're just going to be adding a garbage can. The garbage can does get moved around a few places, but it does end up staying back here by the pantry. So we're just going to be adding some curtains. Wanted this kitchen to be kind of like earthy tones with the green tile and the dark wood appliances and counters, cabinets. So we're just going to be adding a few fruit pictures, just kind of keep it with that nature theme. And I didn't want to like overwhelm the entire kitchen with cabinets, so I felt like having a few pictures above the sink was a cute little feature. So we're just going to be adding a little bit of decoration. I keep it mostly on that one counter because I wanted your Sims to still cook in the space, and I feel like it was looking a little too blah, so I do add some fun pink aprons, and we do have electricity switches from the base game in this home. I wanted this home to be realistic in ways with like the carport and the electricity, but you still don't have to worry about laundry or air vent systems. So we are just going to now be heading into the second level of the home, and we're going to be starting off with the kids' bedroom. So we're just going to be adding a fun bed. I do switch out the dresser, you'll see I do switch it out for a desk, and going to be adding a fun little play area for the child. And if you are in the need of money, I heard that a great way for your Sims to earn money is to buy one of these toy boxes and then sell the toys inside. But here is that desk that I decided to put underneath the bed, and I do have this cute little dollhouse that looks like it's made out of cardboard. Thought that was kind of a fun storytelling feature if you are playing the Big Sister challenge. Like, they don't have enough money for a dollhouse, but they can make a dollhouse out of cardboard. I also wanted to make sure that there was like an art feature for Sims to gain skills, and I don't end up keeping the art table in this room, but it does end up going outside. So we are going to be working on a little closet space for the Sims, and going to be doing a little bit of adjusting. But I really liked how, with the doors coming out, it kind of like gave the closet a little bit of a wall to stand against. So it's not just like a closet out in the open, but it is like, it feels like it has more of a purpose and a direct spot. So we're just going to be adding cute little things into this room. I forgot about a few items that I was planning on adding, so you'll see me come back here into the kitchen and back into the bedroom to add these cute little details. And I decided to put like the Sims favorite color as pink and yellow, so we're just going to be adding a few different books and a little ball of clay for the Sim to work on their skills and play with. So we're just going to be finishing up this bedroom for now. Like I said, I do come back to add cute little things that I forgot about, but realized it would help enhance the cuteness of the room. I didn't intend this, but I do kind of feel like these bedrooms kind of end up looking a little bit like jail cells, just with like the walls just kind of like give jail cell vibes, that the wallpaper I chose. So we are just going to be working on a little landing space. This home does have a balcony off of it, so we're just going to be copying the closet pieces into the second bedroom, which is the primary bedroom. And again, with the door having those edges around it, it made a perfect spot for the closet to be. So we're just going to be adding a bed from the Dream Home Decorator pack. And I end up going with this nice dark blue. I feel like it kind of helps contrast the yellow that I chose for the walls. And we're just going to be adding a cute little light into the children's room. And I end up going with these like more darker wood tones with like the side table to match the bed. I don't switch the closet unit color because I just wasn't thinking, but I might do that before I post this on the Sims Gallery for you all to play. And again, if you want to play in this home, you can check out the description of this video. And we are just going to be adding a few little plant pictures. I wasn't exactly sure if this would be a bedroom for an older sister or for another adult. This room does have a private TV space, so a Sim can kind of like wind down at night with watching their favorite TV show. And we are just going to be finishing up this bedroom. And like I said, I do come back into the kids' bedroom to add cute little things, a little bit more toys. So we're just going to be working on the primary bathroom now, and this bathroom does pretty much stay the same as you see it, but I do switch out the shower from a shower from Discover University, so there is another item from that pack that I, again, wasn't really sure if I wanted to use Discovery University 100%, but I really liked having that, like, wall-mounted doorbell, or not doorbell, mailbox, and so I wanted to have more items from the Discover University pack, so we are just going to be adding not items from Discovery University, but going working on the landing space, and the space also changes. I do add a bookshelf into this landing space along with this wood feature wall that you can see, so we are going to be now working on a balcony area for the Sims, and I saw nothing in the rules I couldn't add a balcony onto this second level, and so I decided to make a little bit more living space for this small home. So I do have a little bonsai tree out here and a art easel so your sim can gain those skills. So now we are heading into the hallway bathroom that would be servicing the children's room. So we're just going to be adding all of the essentials into this bathroom. I feel like this area was the perfect space for the bathroom because of the roofing I chose. It kind of like dug into like the wall space on the outside of the house, and so there wasn't enough room to like do like a full scale window. So doing these like tiny windows up above kind of feel like was perfect for a bathroom space. So we're just going to be finishing up this area and going to be heading on outside to the backyard. This home is built on a large lot, but I wanted to make the backyard feel cozy, so I kind of like bring it in a little bit, and I just have some like mature trees in the background. So we do add a pool back here for The Sims. This is built in the world of Oasis Springs, and so I feel like having a pool back here was kind of necessary, especially if you have the seasons pack where your Sims can have heat waves in their area. I did not use the seasons pack for this build, but I was thinking about that. If they are using seasons and heat waves, probably because we're in a heat wave right now, and so we are just going to be making a dining area. I do have a grill spot. I did try to like section off this backyard and have like different zones. So there is the swimming pool, it's like in the center. There is the eating zone in the right hand side. There is a children's spot here in the middle by the pool, and then there is a vertical garden privacy area on the left hand side, along with a lounging space. So I wanted to have this area be like a fun backyard hangout spot, but it was kind of hard to like distinguish the zones or like just make it feel very lived in, and like each area had a purpose. So we are getting close to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you want to play in this home, you can check out the description of this video. All of the information will be down there, such as the name of the lot I built on, the value of the lot, and the total packs I used for this build. If you have any build suggestions for me, make sure to leave them down in the comments, and I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video. Bye! Hope you all have an amazing week.